Hey guys, we are the new owners of MI Sights Airsoft. We just wanted to give a brief introduction on us and the status of the store. My name's Jerry and I'm the head airsoft technician.
And my name is Mike, and I'm the head finance and PR rep for the store. So, kind of the first thing that we kind of wanted to go over with you is who we are and kind of how we fall into the mix. Jerry and I have been playing airsoft now for a total of experience between the both of us of 20 years. So,
Why don't we just say 10 years each?
yeah, 10 years each, basically. Jerry's been playing since 2003. I've been playing more since 2005, 2006. We're both very passionate about the sport. We wanted to do an airsoft store since we were in college. My sophomore year of college, I kind of approached it with Jerry, and Jerry was like, absolutely. And we were going to wait and hold it off a little bit more until we were a little bit more like established with, our careers and stuff. But essentially, we met Jimmy, and that kind of changed everything. So how we met Jimmy was essentially I had to go ahead and I had to
We were making a trade.
Yeah, we were making a trade. You know what? I was on Airsoft Retreat, and I saw that there was a player that had a classic Army SR-25.
We were making a trade.
Yeah. Wanted to swap it for, for a Fusion engine. And the place that we met was at In My Sights. So I met him at In My Sights. I got to meet Jimmy. And after I met Jimmy, the first thing I started doing was telling all my friends, I was like, hey, we got to head over here. You guys are going to like what you see. And, all my buddies came over, and I introduced Jared and Jimmy as well. And we really, kind of took a look at what Jimmy was doing, and we were like, man, this guy's our business model. Like, this guy is exactly what we want to do. He's honest. He's friendly. He's got great customer service. The guy knows the inside and outside of an AEG gearbox, like you wouldn't believe. And he's passionate about what he does. And we kind of took that example and really tried to kind of roll with it, and we would pick his brain about stuff all the time. And then eventually we felt comfortable to come up to him and say, hey, look, we wanted to start our own store. We'd really like to work with you. And we were kind of going on back and forth with that for the past couple of years. And then this most recent year, when Jimmy was still open, probably like November, December, I got a phone call from him, and he basically went ahead and said, hey, I'm selling the store, and I want to sell it to you too. He offered it to other people, but he kind of like broke it down. He was like, look, you two, like, I think you guys can really do well with this and really continue where I left off from it, and I'd really like to offer it to you guys. And we were floored. Like, Jerry and I were blown away. Like, we couldn't believe it, like, that he did that. And it kind of like pushed up our timetable a little bit more for doing it, but we absolutely hopped onto this, and we were like, we got to do this. We got to make this work.
It was a great opportunity. We just had to do it.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer. And that's kind of like where we got established with that. And these past couple of months have just been trying to like sit down with each other and with Jimmy and trying to figure out kind of where we're going to be taking the future of the store, how we're going to be doing this, all that kind of fun stuff.
I've been fully trained by him, so everything that he was doing, I can do. So all the customization that he was doing, I can keep it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not going to change.
Yeah. So that's probably the best thing that I want to say is that if you guys are still looking for that craftsmanship that Jimmy used to have, Jerry's probably one of the best mechanics I've ever seen in my life. As far as like going into whether it's gas or it's AEGs, we don't do HPAs yet.
Yet. We're getting in there.
We're getting in there though. But
it's expensive.
Springer setups like your sniper rifle, which is like what was it, 640 or something with .2s?
670.
670 or .2s. Yeah. So like Jerry knows his stuff.
I need to tune down that crossbow.
Yeah. We got to tune it down. But Jerry knows his stuff very well, and we're both very knowledgeable about this. And like I said, we're really passionate about it. We're players before we ever became owners, and
this guy knows about as much about like the sport and the community as I do about the technical aspect of it. We're like two halves of the same coin.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the best things is that I know a lot of you guys used to you loved it when Jimmy worked on all these platforms and stuff, but he was always busy, so he wasn't always able to get to everything. By doing this, I really think that we can kind of like, everybody's got their own kind of job, and we can kind of keep pumping out stuff for you guys, and make it as easy as possible. So with that said, there's some we got to go into
bad news.
There's some bad news. So let's cut out all the bad news first. The first thing is that we are no longer a Crytek or KWA or G&G dealer.
Basically, we can't sell their products because we don't have a storefront. Yeah. Without the walk-in store, it's their policies. They're not going to be able to ship. Crytek won't ship AEGs. They won't ship their parts to us.
Yeah.
At the wholesale prices and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're not a dealer.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with KWA. It's the same thing with those big companies. We need a walk-in store for that.
Yeah.
We don't have one yet. It's not going to happen anytime soon. but long, down the road, it's something that we definitely want to do. That's our end game.
Yeah.
We want to be able to have a walk-in store, a nice one,
Yeah.
and go from there.
Yeah, and trust me, like I said before, I mean, we were players before we were owners, and probably one of the best things that we ever did was when we just got to go into Jimmy's store and just BS with them and talk and get to kind of like hold everything and see what it's like, and that's a huge aspect of it, and we want to get back to that. It was just either we couldn't do it, or we did it this way, and this is the decision that we made to go with it, so we can continue with that. And like Jerry said, we're going to get there one day. Again, there's no animosity, there's no problems. As soon as we get a storefront, they're going to be the first people that we're going to call. So don't.
And we're still going to work with their products. Like we're still gonna do the repairs on KWAs and Crytex. We'll still customize them, and we'll still. If we can pick up their parts anywhere, we will do that.
Yeah, it's not like it just because that's the factor. Like even if that's the case, like we'll get it if we have to. Like if you guys need a repair or a part or something like that, we'll get it. Don't worry about that. So that's the first con. Second con, which we kind of already established, is we are in a storefront. We're a website only, so we're only e-commerce.
That being said, we do have a website.
Yes.
Long-awaited InMySightsAirsoft.com is nigh.
So we wanted to show you at least one of the web pages for the website that we're doing. There is also some cons with this. Our original release date was a little premature. They
had some technical difficulties with shipping and stuff, so
yeah.
I mean, we could still launch on June 20th, but
I
don't want to get an order mixed up.
No, exactly.
We don't want to just launch it just to launch it. We want to make sure we got a polished product to set, something polished that we could be proud of.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd rather mess up with like having to delay it longer than mess up on one of your orders. It's like 4 weeks and you guys are wondering where your finished, paint job is. So that's kind of like what we're doing. It will be soon. I will give you a release date when I am more confident as to when we're going to get all this handled out.
As soon as our tech guys can tell us when they can do it for sure, then we'll let you know.
Yeah. So that's the case. Another thing is for the website, we're trying to make it as nice as we can, and we're trying to add a lot of other stuff. But we're not going to be. One of the things is about, I guess, adding products. We're going to be essentially adding products like every other week. Like we're always going to be adding something new. So when we do log in, if you guys see it and it seems like we're kind of like a little thin, I guess, in the products department.
Yeah, we're adding things little by little. It's a long process. It's very tedious.
Yes.
But the cool also another reason why there's a lot of delay in it, we get our own photos in-house.
Yes. My brother's a professional photographer, so that's probably one of the. That's a very good point.
Yeah. There are no stock photos. We're going to use all the photos here are photos of stuff that we have in hand that get taken pictures of by his brother.
Yeah, and since you guys can't walk into our store and feel out our products, that's the reason why we're doing this. We're trying to give you the best visual representation of what we have, so you guys can better make a decision on if you want it. And not only are we trying to give you really clear pictures and we're going to try to do what we can to get some really solid videos in there, like we're constantly going to be reviewing products and stuff like that, is we're also going to be going ahead and making sure that you have the best information available. I mean, like we're going to be doing our own dimensions of the products. What kind of mounting system are we using? What's the size of it? So on and so forth. And so then here's
you can check it out right here.
All right, so these are for our regular M2 aim points. So you guys go ahead and you take a look. You'll see like we have so many different pictures for it. So that you guys can kind of get it from every angle to see exactly what we have and what we don't have. The other thing too is I'll show is in our description. Don't touch. Here's our description. We make sure that here now you can go down. We'll do like the data of it. Like we'll do what's the eye relief. Exactly like what kind of Allen key system do you use to tighten your products and stuff like that. What's the weight? What's the size? What's the mounting system? What's the batteries that you use?
Whether or not the batteries are included.
Yes. This way you guys get all that information. Like are there differences between the products?
Because we want to make sure any questions you have can be answered right there, so that you don't have any questions.
Yeah. And I think that's something that that's another reason why it's going to be taking longer for us to add products in, is because we want to make sure, guys, that we got all the info before we send it to you.
And then we're going to be doing reviews.
Yes, and we're going to be doing reviews.
We're going to be reviewing everything that we get in the store, or almost everything, at least.
We're going to go more into the reviews at a later date when we actually have a couple done. and then we'll kind of go over more exactly how we're going to be doing, because we kind of have our own way of how we're going to be.
You should have brought the rangefinder.
Yeah.
We got a rangefinder, so we're going to be able to test out everything real good.
Yeah, so that's actually, we'll wait for that one.
Yeah, this is a teaser.
But yeah, so one of the other things is besides the fact that we're no longer a product, let's start going to some of the pros, like the really big pros, is that we're going to be vending, and we're going to try vending constantly. You guys have already seen from our Facebook post that we're going to be going to Operation Vice Lord, which is this Sunday.
At Zulu 24 Field.
And then we're going to be going to Cookies Chaos, which is Devil's Island, which is on June 28th. And then we're working on doing another game with Zulu that just got launched, but we'll go more into detail after we take care of the first one. We're also going to be putting a calendar on the website, so if you're curious as to what, when we're going to be vending and stuff, it'll all be listed there. And another thing is that whenever we're doing any vending or anything like that, if you don't want to ship out your products and you're going to be going to that event, you can pick it up at the vend site. There's just additional information.
Or you could drop it off there. Like if you want to get a custom job or a paint job or something, you could just bring your platform and say, here, I want this done. We'll write it down and we'll give you a receipt right there, and just make it easy.
Yeah,
that way
exactly.
You don't have to ship things and pay for shipping, because nobody wants to pay for shipping.
No, it's a pain in the butt. So if we can help you out that way, we will. And is there anything else?
I think we're good.
I think we're good too. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, we're going to be heading out to Devil's Island. We're going to be heading out to Operation Vice Lord. So if you guys want to meet us in person, those would be the best times to go ahead and do it.
We're taking orders as of now.
Yeah, we're taking orders.
We're making repairs now. We're doing custom work now, and just anything you want, let us know. We can get it for you.
Yeah. Just let us know, guys. Hit us up on Facebook, or you can send us an email. Our email is in our Facebook page. So you guys just go ahead and let us know, and we'll work from there.
Yeah. All right. In case you want to know, it's in my sites at 117@gmail.com.
Yep.
That would be our primary email.
Yep. So, all right, guys. I hope this video answered a lot of your questions, and we'll be seeing you soon on the field.
All right.